It's Craig with Cranky Craig's movie reviews. Listen, it's Oscar season, so there's a lot of movies being released right now that are Oscar bait. I saw a couple of them last week. First film I want to talk about is called Saltburn by the very talented British filmmaker Emerald Fennell. Can I call you Emmy? She's terrific. She was one of the handful of women ever nominated for Best Director for an Oscar for a film called Promising Young Women, which was very controversial and divisive. She won an Oscar for Best Screenplay, so this is her follow-up to that. And this is a really good film trying to get out. It's like, the premise is a poor boarding school lad befriends a rich, ultra-rich guy from school, and he goes back to visit his family. Jacob Elordi, who seems to have a great agent. I don't know what his story is. He's pretty, but he's not that great of an actor. He's kind of like a male starlet. He's getting tons of work. He was also in Priscilla. And the lead is played by Barry Keoghan, who was nominated for an Oscar last year. The wacky rich parents are played by the great Rosamund Pike and the great British actor Richard E. Grant. He gets there, and all this weird stuff starts to happen. The film works really well as a black comedy with a wacky family doing really weird stuff to each other, sitting down at the dinner table. It's almost like a Addams Family type take. It works less as a thriller. It tries to be a thriller. It's not that interesting. When it's bold and it makes bold choices, it works. But she's not a subtle director or subtle writer, and it doesn't quite work. So it's kind of like half there. It's a black comedy that wants to be a thriller. It's a thriller that's a black comedy. I think it's kind of in between. It's not a horrible movie. She's always interesting. The actor's always interesting. But it doesn't quite gel. And there's a lot of nudity in this film. What is it, French? I mean, it's not. It's British. So I've never seen so much nudity in a British film. So if you're looking for a little nudity, stick to the end, because there's kind of a Hail Mary nude scene at the end. Like, oh, the whole film didn't work, so I'm going to throw this in. And believe me, throw in is exactly what I mean. Another film that I really like that is called May December. This film I really like. It's on Netflix. I review that on my website, Craig's To-Do List, on our webpage, WWNYTV.com. I did a written review of that. That film I much prefer. Saltburn's a mixed bag. Stay tuned for next week's Cranky Craig's movie reviews.